hikers, one frozen mountain, and a tent ripped open from the inside. When rescuers arrived, they found bodies scattered in the snow, some barefoot, some half-dressed, some with injuries that looked less like an avalanche and more like an argument with physics. The Soviet explanation? A compelling natural force, which is government speak for, your guess is as good as ours. This is the Silent Files. If you like true stories where the answer is always weirder than the question, hit subscribe. January 1959. 10 experienced mountaineers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on a winter trek. Their leader, Igor Dyatlov, 23 years old, the kind of guy who probably had motivational posters before they were cool. Their plan? Ski across the northern Urals, camp on the slopes of Kholat-Syakhl, come back with good stories and stronger calves. But one hiker, Yuri Yudin, had to turn back early due to illness, which means he later became the only survivor. And also the guy who had to answer, "How was your trip?" with, well, funny story. On February 1st, the group pitched their tent on the slope of Kholat-Syakhl, which roughly translates to Dead Mountain, always a promising Airbnb name. The tent was found weeks later, slashed open from the inside. Inside, boots left behind, jackets, food half prepared, as if someone said, "We're leaving, now." Outside, footprints leading into the snow. Barefoot prints, sock prints, single boot prints, like the world's worst fashion show. Searchers found the hikers in stages. First, 2 bodies under a cedar tree, barefoot in their underwear. A campfire had been started but burned out. 3 more bodies were found halfway between the cedar and the tent, crawling positions, as if they'd been trying to get back. The last 4 were discovered in a ravine months later under deep snow. Their injuries? 1 with a fractured skull, 2 with massive chest trauma, like being in a car crash, 1 missing her tongue and eyes, and yet no external wounds, no bruising, as if the force had been applied from the inside out, which is not how snow usually works. Now, here's where things go from creepy to call your therapist. Some clothes tested radioactive. Witnesses from nearby villages reported orange glowing orbs in the sky that night. The bodies looked unusually tan, because apparently, even in death, the Soviet Union insisted on good skincare. Investigators closed the case with their famous line, "A compelling natural force," which sounds official, but really means we'd like to go home now. Of course, no silent file is complete without the guessing game. Let's see what the experts and the conspiracy forums have to say. Theory 1. Avalanche. The simplest explanation. Snow collapses, tent slashed open, hikers flee. But the slope was shallow, no signs of a major slide, and avalanches don't usually rip out tongues. Theory 2. Katabatic winds. Fierce downdrafts causing panic. Disoriented hikers fled without gear. Possible, but doesn't explain the injuries, unless Russian wind also studied judo. Theory 3. Military testing. Secret parachute mines detonated nearby, The shockwaves caused the trauma. The military hushed it up, which sounds very Soviet. If you're covering up, compelling natural force is basically Cold War poetry. Theory 4. Infrasound. Wind across the mountain created low-frequency sound waves, induced panic, confusion, hallucinations. Hikers fled irrationally. Downsides: doesn't explain why 4 people looked like they got hit by a truck. Theory 5. Yeti attack. Yes, people suggested a Yeti. Because nothing says scientific inquiry like blaming Bigfoot. In fairness, the idea of a Soviet Yeti is terrifying. Imagine Chewbacca, but angry about breadlines. Theory 6. UFOs. Witnesses saw glowing orbs. Some believe extraterrestrials were involved, which at least explains the radiation. And the fact that no one wanted to say, "Sorry comrades, the aliens did it." The case was shelved in 1959. Families got vague answers. Yuri Yudin, the one who turned back, spent the rest of his life haunted by survivors' guilt. In recent years, Russian authorities reopened the case. Their official conclusion? Avalanche, which is basically saying, we've investigated for 60 years and decided snow is still scary. Most experts remain unconvinced. The Dyatlov Pass Incident endures because it's not just one mystery. It's all the mysteries. Strange injuries, missing tongue, radiation, orbs in the sky, military silence. It's a choose-your-own-adventure of nightmares. And every theory leaves something unexplained. Was it natural? Was it military? Was it something else? 9 hikers left for an adventure. They never came back. All we know is that something powerful, strange, and possibly unspeakable tore through their camp that night. And the only official explanation is that nature got compelling. This was The Silent Files. Subscribe for more true stories that stay buried in the snow.